Ladies and gentlemen, this is a YouTube show in which you are brought Slot Machine Sunday, Money Cards Monday, Tic Tac Tuesday, Whammy Mania Wednesday, Thundercracker Thursday, and Flinging Dice Friday and Saturday Superstarcade. Also wrestling news from Raw, NXT 2.0, AEW Dynamite, NXT UK, Impact Wrestling, SmackDown and 205 Live, and AEW Rampage, and special episodes from Road and Up, Cyber Swaggin', and the philosophies of Lee McLeese. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the YouTube show of fun, of knowledge, strategy, luck and daring, and mental shenanigans. This is WEML-TV Channel 77. And now here's the host of the show, live from New Bedford, Massachusetts. It is none other than Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Wonderful Announcer, sir. Well, hello there. This episode of Channel Blog Show is brought to you by your friendly neighborhood, sweet bumbling Bofa Raver. That means I've made at least one appearance on the following StreamYard community podcasts that were created for my friends over in the Discord community. Two of those four shows I am going to mention, I am a regular panelist of. And I'll tell you the one show that I made an appearance of. It will be Bumbling Bozo's Variety Program every Saturday night at 9 on the Eyebrow Bro Studios YouTube channel. Also, I made one appearance this year on the Bofus on the Sofas every Monday afternoon at 5 p.m. And they have an upcoming schedule where there'll be two separate weeks that there'll be no Bofus. One is the 20th, I believe, of June, and then obviously July 4th because of Independence Day. So and then from July 11th on will be Bofus all around. On the Mr. Garrison 96 YouTube channel, watch today's episode as well. If you haven't watched today's episode, you missed today's episode, please go watch it. I am one of 5 panelists of the Rant and Raid podcast every Thursday night at 8 on the Brandon Martin YouTube channel, and I am one of the 4 panelists from the soon-to-be revamped Too Sweet Wrestling podcast hosted by Joseph Kumia Jr., aka the Elite JCTV YouTube channel that he's running. He will let us know about days and times. They have yet to be determined because he's trying to work out his schedule and everything else in between. I'm also the five-time Bumbling Bozo's Buzzy Awards nominee. For 2021, will I be a nominee this year? Who knows for sure. My name is Eric Lima, and this is my channel vlog show. First season was known as the People's Lima /TPL. Second season was known as EML-77 TV, but now it's my third season. WEML-TV Channel 77, episode 1284, June the 6th, 2022, 11:09 p.m. Now, I made a mistake when I said there were 19 days left until Capcom Fighting Collection. Actually, there's 18 days left until Capcom Fighting Collection. 18 plus 6 is 24. To 24th of June, that's when it's coming out. I want to welcome a new subscriber to the family. I welcomed T Shino 145 back on the last episode, but this time around, Lady Erin, who I met on Bofus and the Sofas live chat. She's a fellow Massachusetts native. I'm trying to find her on Facebook. Couldn't find her at all. Don't know what's up. I'm hoping to find her on Facebook so I can friend her because she's a fellow Massachusetts native. Not only that, I will like to be friends with her because it's great to see fellow Massachusetts natives representing. So, Lady Erin, if you're watching this, please, I'll send you my Facebook link if you'll at least comment. But welcome to my wacky world of YouTubing of WEML TV Channel 77, and again, welcome. I promised you a shout out, a welcome shout out, and that's what I'm doing. So feel free to comment on any of the videos you've seen. I know you're not big into wrestling, but it's okay. And I think once I open up my new channel, when I move up to my new room, I'm going to try to get more subjects like movies and music added to the. I added some things here and there, and possibly favorite celebrities and all that. But and sports, I'm going to add more sports to it on the new channel. I'm going to add a lot more because it's tough to it's tough because I like a smorgasbord of everything, and it's tough. Okay, I got to keep up, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's talk about the Hell in a Cell fallout for Raw. As you know, Hell in a Cell happened last night. The majority of the matches happened were from Raw, from the Raw roster. Only one SmackDown match happened: Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin. We all know who won that one. Cody Rhodes kicked off Monday Night Raw. The fans gave him an ovation. They showed him a lot of respect after what happened because Cody Rhodes fought with a torn pectoral. I don't know if you saw. It was like black and blue, red and purple all over up to the arm. It was kind of gross. It was a lot of people have applauded him for. And it was addressing the crowd about that. And he says, well, I moved on from Seth Rollins. And he's looking up at Money in the Bank. I'm like, I don't know why you're thinking Money in the Bank. You need some surgery, my friend. But then Seth Rollins interrupts Rhodes. And then freaking Rollins comes out, interrupts Rhodes. Says, listen, he was serious. He was serious for a while. He goes, your father is proud of you. You earned my respect. And then the two shake hands, a little hug. So anyway, Seth Rollins leaves the ring first, gives Cody his due, but then as Cody was about to leave himself, he turned around. Rollins comes back with a sledgehammer, blindsides him. Like, what the heck? After trying to be classy and be respectful, now he does this, and they attacked him. And officials and referees try to get him to go away, and then they're trying to help out Cody Rhodes after the commercial break. But Cody Rhodes says, I can do this on my own power. So I was like, wow, Cody Rhodes has earned respect. And in the background, you see Dana Brooke getting ready for her next match, and she's clapping, giving Rhodes an ovation. You talk about respect, Cody Rhodes got a lot of it, but not from Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is now an outlier. Come on now, that was really mean of Rollins to do that. After all that, you didn't even mean a word. It was nothing but lip service. And I think Rollins is going to get a lot more heat than ever. Speaking of Dana Brooke, who was in that ring, she was waiting her match against Becky Lynch, and this was a one-on-one matchup at the time. Alright? Until Akira Tozawa being chased by Tamina, Reggie, R-Truth, and T-Bar, and then Akira Tozawa decided to do a little stupid dance. Dana Brooke capitalizes it, pins him, and becomes the 24/7 champion. But that is not all. Becky Lynch got no. I've had enough of this. No one gets the title except me. Being the brat that she is. And she decided, she looks at Dana Brooke and said, you know what? I'm challenging you for the 24/7 title. Let's have a match. Fine. So the 24/7 title was on the line. Dana Brooke against Becky Lynch. And then Asuka comes out. Then Asuka interrupts the whole matchup. Cheers on Dana Brooke, distracts Becky Lynch. Dana Brooke capitalizes, and Dana Brooke is still the 24/7 champion. That's a huge victory, though, over the former Raw Women's Champion in Becky Lynch for Dana Brooke, in my opinion. Then there's some huge news. 3 weeks from tonight, John Cena in Laredo, Texas, will make his return to Monday Night Raw to the WWE. We'll find out what he's up to, and believe me, I'm sure Austin Theory, there's rumors going about Cena in Theory. That's going to be a very interesting situation if that's the case. Miz TV came out, and Miz and Maurice is back looking gorgeous than ever, wearing a very revealing dress, and whatnot, I'm not a big Maurice fan. From back in the day, I thought Maurice was too arrogant. That's why I liked Melina more than Maurice, my opinion. And Miz is in his tux, and they were talking about Miz and Mrs. Then Matt Riddle comes up, interrupts them. And then, Matt Riddle starts talking and insults Miz. And says, really, you think the only thing you've been doing is getting dragged around by your tiny balls by your wife. And Maurice goes, My husband Mike's got average size balls. Maurice looks at him, Maurice, okay, above average size balls. I'm laughing so hard. I'm like, Why would you admit to the whole world that your husband's got every size balls? I don't believe this is too funny. This is... My husband's got every size balls. Maurice, what are you doing? Oh, God. How to embarrass the Miz even further, right? And he goes, and my husband's got the biggest balls ever. He'll challenge you to a match and all that. And Vince said, tiny balls, tiny balls. I can't believe I'm talking about. Matt Riddle, leave it to him to make something out of it. It's so funny. How much fish could Bobby Fish fry? Bobby Fish could fry fish. I'll never forget that from Matt Riddle. That was funny. When Undisputed Era was in the WWE at the time. Oh my God, it's too funny. So, anyways, Miz goes, challenge denied. I was like, get tiny balls again, right? And then all of a sudden, Tommaso Ciampa blindsides Matt Riddle out of nowhere. And then Miz goes, you know what? On second thought, let's have the match. So they have the match after the commercial break. Miz is in his tux. Riddle was in his gear. And Riddle wants to challenge Roman Reigns for the Universal title. And despite the fact that Ciampa blindsided him, they fought the match. And Riddle beat the Miz. The king of tiny balls. I'm sorry, that's too funny. The tiny balls king, the Miz. Watch his show. And Marshall, I hope Marshall said, hey, Mr. Tiny Balls. My husband's got average size balls. He's thinking. Tiny balls. My husband's got average size balls. This is too funny. Oh my God. I gotta be careful, everybody's sleeping. I'm nearly one up. Oh, I'm done. I'm sorry, folks, that's just too funny. Oh, where was I? Bobby Lashley comes out. Whew. That was funny. I'm keeping this one. Bobby Lashley comes out to address what happened last night. He says, I defeated MVP and Omos. I'm moving on. And he's about to talk about the Money in the Bank. And then that idiot punk kid, Theory, the United States Heavyweight Champion, comes out. It's my time. It's my time. And then Bobby Lashley looks at him. No, it's my ring. It's my ring. Alright, it's my ring. Alright? You know what? You want to prove it? I'll challenge you to a match, but to put your title on the line. He's like, you're not worthy of a title shot. Does Theory know exactly who he's talking to? He's talking for a former WWE Intercontinental and United States Champion. You say he's not worthy for a title match. Austin Theory better be doing his freaking homework. Stop acting like an arrogant punk kid. Every time he smiles, hey, I'm going to take a selfie. Look at me. I'm going to take a selfie. And I got big ears. Austin Theory, what a joke. What a dummy. Oh, Mr. McMahon's protege. Whoopie-doo. You want a cookie? Oh, my goodness. So, whatever. I hope Bobby Lashley and Theory go at it, and I hope Bobby Lashley beats the crap out of Austin Theory. Dominic Mysterio's the return. Dominic returned to the ring. Dominic went, accompanied by his dad, went one-on-one with Veer Mahan. And Dominic Mysterio tried a little strategy, you know, running around, make sure you tire him out and all that. But they still went at it. But then Mahan took control. And as Mahan was about to hurt Dominic again, Rey Mysterio didn't care, had enough, drop kicked Mahan, got his son disqualified. Mahan picks up the win by disqualification. And then there was a big to-do for the Judgment Day because they said they're adding a new member. They had the countdown, 10 o'clock hits, the Judgment Day comes out. And Edge was talking about how proud he is of Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest, how they came to own, how they evolved. So, being that it is, so they said, here's the newest member of the Judgment Day. Finn Balor comes out. I'm like, whoa, Finn Balor. I know Edge, I think he was, he said that any one of them, including, Finn Balor. Now I'm thinking, how does AJ Styles feels about this? How does Liv Morgan feel about this? And then Finn Balor goes back and said, the reason why I joined Judgment Day, I seen things clearly, so I'm holding up clearly. He goes, and then Damian Priest goes, this is a great day for Judgment Day. It's an opportunity for us. He says, and we're about to get rid of some of the major distractions that have been holding us down. And he looks at Edge. Now here's where it got really crazy, because I'll be honest with you folks, of all the plot twists I've seen in the WWE, this was shocking. And there's a lot of plot twists over the years in WWE. This is one of the shocking ones. Damian Priest looks at Edge and goes, and it's you. Damian Priest clotheslines Edge. Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley, and Priest all were stomping on Edge. I'm like, what are they doing? Edge put this team together, and then it seems like the Judgment Day is under new leadership. In this case, it's Finn Balor. It seems like. And Edge got laid out, and he got put to a table. He got laid out with a concerto, and while that was going on, Rhea Ripley's making sure the officials and referees do not interfere in this thing. I mean, I could not believe it. I mean, I was shocked. Finn Balor, first of all, Finn Balor was pretty much a shock, joining Judgment Day. The bigger shock was they all turned on Edge. I don't know what they're thinking, but I think they're making a big mistake, and Edge is going to make them regret it. I mean, it's gratitude for you. Maybe Edge could join up with AJ Styles and Liv Morgan and say, hey. So, I can imagine what's going on. I didn't see AJ Styles come out. Nobody helped out Edge. So, it's like, maybe Beth Phoenix. I think it's about time that Beth Phoenix comes back and helps out Edge in the fold. That's what I'm thinking. So, the Judgment Day is now Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley with their leader, Finn Balor. And so, this may be the change that Finn Balor needed. We will see. We shall see what happens. A lot of people say, oh, this is too soon and all that. Let it play. I'm allowing this thing to play out because I think it's going to help Finn Balor in the long run. And believe me, it's crazy. You know what I mean? While everybody's trying to make their odds and ends and keep their heads together keep their wits together about what happened, try to make sense of the whole thing. Alexander went one-on-one on Omos. The match ended up quickly. And then Kevin Patrick was about to interview the Dirty Dogs, Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler making their return. Dolph was getting excited. MVP interrupts him, grabs the microphone, and he said, no, you're going to take it all our time. They get super kicked. MVP gets super kicked. MVP tells Omos go after them, so they're chasing after the Dirty Dogs. Now, more crazy things happen on Monday Night Raw. Ezekiel went one-on-one with Otis. Ezekiel did pick up the victory over the Big Tree Trunk. Ezekiel challenged Kevin Owens to a rematch. Kevin Owens says he'll accept the challenge, but you gotta confess you're Elias. So, Ezekiel said, okay, you're right. I'm in it, I'm Elias. Wow, right? But then, and he said, do I get my match? He goes, yeah, whatever, you got your match. But well, that's funny, that's all I gotta do, right? Because what do you mean? I lied. I am Ezekiel. He suckered Kevin Owens. And hit Kevin Owens with his knee. And after Academy helps KO and they got out of the ring, I was like, Ezekiel made a sucker out of Kevin Owens. A sucker. Ezekiel made a sucker out of Kevin Owens. They say there's not a sucker born every minute. Well, guess what? There's a big sucker born every hour. That would be Kevin Owens. It's really crazy. So, Bianca Belair comes to sit at ringside for the main event, the Fatal 4-Way. I think this is the fourth consecutive week a women's main event in Monday Night Raw. This is probably the biggest progress ever. Fatal 4-Way, Alexa Bliss versus Doudrop versus Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. The winner of the match will face Bianca Belair at Money in the Bank for the Raw Women's Championship. And it was a heck of a fight. It was a couple times more Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss double teamed. And I think if they keep up their chemistry, I'd like to see Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss team up. A lot of people love those two. Doudrop, showed off her power, but Rhea Ripley was the one that really showed off her power. Hit Doudrop with the Riptide, and he calls it Eradicator now. Pins Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley pins Doudrop. Rhea Ripley's your #1 contender. And then Finn Balor and Damian Priest just went by, just jumped for her side. I think if I were Bianca Belair, I would call her husband and Angelo Dawkins to back them up against the new Judgment Day. And so that means Ripley and Bianca Belair. Now Corey Graves claims that they never faced, they're not familiarity. I think Corey's forgotten about their history in NXT. Might I digress? So it's going to be very interesting to see now what's going to happen. Well, that's all the time we have on this show. It's almost 11:30. I want to get this video up and running. Like I said, I want to welcome back Tisha Nutu 145 as a subscriber. I also want to welcome in Lady Aaron as the newest subscriber and newest member of the WEML-TV Channel 77 subscription family. So that's it. That's all the time I have on the show. Peace and love throughout all your lives, and the blessings of the Lord Jesus Christ from Him above to me, and I give all of you the blessing out there. On the next episode was 1285. Tomorrow, after I get done working, I'll come home, do some Tic Tac Tuesday, and then wait later on until NXT 2.0, the fallout from In Your House, the women's breakout tournament final. Roxanne Perez one-on-one with Miss Tiffany Stratton. That could be the main event. So, I will see you in the next episode. Good night, everybody. I'm going to upload this video. I'm going to get myself sleep. I'm going to get up for work early tomorrow, so that way I can have a functioning mind and brain when I do come back here and make new episodes and content for you guys. You guys have a wonderful night. God bless you. Peace.